The Loud House movie was a masterpiece, but there were some questionable things in it. First off, why is Lincoln Loud singing? It's been a long time coming, but the Loud House movie is finally here, and I'm super excited to review it for you guys. First off, the opening sequence was amazing and true to the nature of the show. I can't think of any better way to start off a movie than showing us how the family even came to be in the first place. This was amazing, I'm not going to lie. And the transitions in this opening sequence with the kids growing up with Lincoln, Luna, Luann was heartwarming. But I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up, I'm gonna be pretty honest in this video. I'm gonna show you guys some of the negatives and some of the positives, okay? First of all, let's take a look at this.
My sisters always steal the spotlight.
Why does the animation look like it's looped? Why does it look like I animated this in the past?
You're a slow learner. I'll ask for a wish like Timmy Turner.
Now, I'm not making fun of the animators here, but this is looped, bro. And the community of the Loud House was kind of questioning this thing on Twitter. Guys, remember, this movie took a long time to come out, and that's kind of what we got. But don't worry, guys, that's just a little clip. They probably outsourced it. It's not that big of a deal that they had that kind of animation there that some people would say is cheap. I'm not saying it. But it is kind of weird because we see all this magnificent transitions and amazing quality. Then we just see this. Really funny. But regardless, this movie was a movie. It was a movie. The Loud House movie was a movie. Here's why I say this.
This town is named for you, yes. This town is named for you.
Now, was I the only one who did not expect singing in this movie? The Loud House and singing? I didn't catch that, but this is probably my favorite song in the movie. Yeah. When you think about the Loud House family, you think about real life and real situations. You don't really think about medieval times, spells, magic, and dragons, okay? This is not a Shrek movie. Why are there dragons here? But I understand why the writers did it. We'll get to that later in the video, but it was kind of odd, especially in the trailer. But can someone explain to me why the trailer did not do the movie justice? I think the movie was way better than what the trailer showed us. I think the Loud House family movie was really good. It really did surprise me. The animation was on point. Remember, this is 2D animation. Remember, quote unquote 2D animation died. Everyone says that. Nah, dude. This movie lives up to at least the Loud House animation style, okay? I will say that. But in the beginning of the movie, we know that Lincoln Loud is envious of his sisters and how they have accomplishment, but he has nothing to be proud of. Another nitpick of this movie is that the sisters are kind of side characters. They don't really do too much. It's all about Lincoln Loud. And yes, he wants to be the king. It's kind of egotistical, but he is the main character, and Lucy Loud is also one of the main characters, at least for this story.
Dude. Chance, Lincoln.
This isn't that big of a deal just because Lincoln Loud is the main character, but it would have been nice to see a little bit more of the sisters other than just quirky jokes here and there. But at least they didn't force things like they did in the Sponge on the Run movie. Minor spoilers, whole video spoilers, but guys, it didn't force things like having Snoop Dogg and random cameos appear into a movie that has nothing to do to forward the plot. The Loud House movie's plot has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and that's why I love it. The characters are great, the story is great, the villains are great, the suspense, the character design, the transitions, the shading, everything makes sense to the story. There's not a single pause that's unnecessary in this film. It all comes together as one movie. You can sit down and watch it from beginning to end. For those wondering why Lincoln Loud is even in Scotland in the first place, it's because his ancestor, the whole Loud family, they come from a royal bloodline, and it's really crazy they figured that out. So Lincoln Loud and his family decide to go there to find out what the heck is going on. Now, there's a villain, of course, in this movie, but she was so obvious that I was just like, I really want a little bit more. It's a little bit predictable there, but not that big of a deal. So Lincoln Loud is tasked with a lot of duties to become the Duke. He wants to do a lot of things to help out the community and to help out the people in the city. Really cool stuff. It's actually really heartwarming, and it has a good message for everyone watching the movie. I actually like that part. But this does make you wonder about Lincoln Loud's ego, guys. Am I the only one thinking about, like, why does he want to be the biggest? Why does he always want to be in the spotlight? I understand he wants this chance to shine, but he's already done other things. Why does he want to be the king so badly? Why does he, I mean, doesn't that come off as kind of, I think Clyde said it best when he told Lincoln Loud he should be happy about the things he already has and what he already has done. Lincoln Loud has done a lot of cool stuff already. He doesn't have to be in the spotlight 24/7, but it happens regardless. Believe it or not, this movie had a lot of funny moments that I didn't expect to laugh. Remember, guys, I'm an adult, right? I'm a young adult. I don't really laugh at stuff, but this movie actually had some pretty decent jokes from the sisters, Lincoln. I was surprised. But now let's go on to some of the criticism that I found on the reviews of Google for this movie. One critic said, "This movie has too many musical numbers. I don't want to hear a random person saying every 5 seconds about how they ain't special." Yeah, some people have some things to say about this movie, guys. Some things are critical, some things are really good, but I like to watch the reviews, especially the 1-star ones. Another person said, 5 stars? People have given this 5 stars? Are you kidding me, you blockheads? What's wrong with you people? Did you not understand the premise of the plot of the movie? Like, are you really that blind? Oh boy. Now, there is something I want to talk about. The creator of the show, did he write it or not? I was so confused, so I looked it up. I came across some confusing data on who wrote this movie. It says based on the characters created by. That confused me. Did he write it or not? So I looked it up. It says that this is a writing credit given to writers entitled to separate rights. So this pretty much means that he owns the characters, but he didn't necessarily write the movie. Because remember, he did get dismissed a long time ago. When in doubt, Google. This ain't even sponsored, bro. Just Google everything when in doubt. Guys, females, girls, guys. The Loud House movie wasn't too forced. It didn't have random cameos that threw off the entire story. For a first movie, it kind of reminds me of the first SpongeBob movie. I'm not comparing it at all. They're not comparable. But what I'm saying is, this is actually a pretty decent movie to be introduced into the Loud House universe. Yeah, it might not be canon because dragons, come on. But it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it had some cringy memes here and there, but come on guys, we're living in 2021. There's gonna be a lot of cringe, okay? You can't avoid the cringe. I mean, even Nickelodeon, guys, this is Nickelodeon, bro. There's gonna be moments of cringe, but for a first movie, I think it did us fans justice. It showed us what we've been wanting to see all this time, the history, the background, a good message, overcoming evil. Sure, the Loud House movie isn't a 10 out of 10, but I think this is actually a pretty good movie. I think it's amazing, and I think you guys should watch this with your family if you have time. It's on Netflix. Go watch this movie. You can watch it from beginning to end. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. If you want to pass time, go ahead and watch it. It's been a long time. I've been waiting for this movie. I've been trying to do Easter eggs. I've been trying to analyze, and guys, it's finally here. Go ahead and do yourself a service. Go and watch that movie and let me know what you think of it. Guys, type in the comment section what you think of it. Another thing I wanted to point out before I end it off is the shading is amazing. The backgrounds, the animation. So if I were to rate this movie out of 10, you said, Calobi, I want you to rate the Loud House movie out of 10. Be honest. Give us a concrete answer. I would give it a decent out of 10. Calobi, what does decent out of 10 mean? It means decent out of 10. I don't have a number, some arbitrary number to give it, okay? I'm gonna give it a decent out of 10. It was a decent movie. That's all I gotta say. Thank you guys for making this far into the video. Now it's on to the fan art showcase. Yes, someone drew this. This looks amazing. Who drew this? The guy's name is Chad Gaming Stuff. Dude, this looks amazing. It's Calobi versus Verbal. If you ever have art and you want to show it, go on the Twitter, man. You can just @ Twitter and just show, you know, whatever you've drawn, and it might make it up on this list. The Loud House movie was fun. It was so good I didn't know it was done. I bet you didn't know Calobi had bars. If you wanna fight, then you're gonna see stars. No, I ain't trying to stretch the video. I'm just trying to end up on a stereo. Lincoln Loud is actually the Duke. Haters of the Loud House make me puke. If you like this video, click the like. You better click and not say the word psych. The wrist waters are quite shiny. My neck glistens while the haters are slimy.